Okay, so we're back with Kylie, and we finished up with our crossover to base progression. So we've introduced the crossover move, and we have gotten some pretty good comprehension out of our athlete. And so what we want to do from there is we want to progress them. Ultimately, what we're looking to do is to take these athletes and make them more effective on the pitch. And to do that, we have to start with basic progressions, give them comprehension, and then we've got to slowly but surely make the drill more complex so the skill or the motor pattern is more ingrained in the athlete, thus raising the chances that they will use it when they are playing. So what we're doing here now is we've got a retreating crossover defensive drill that we use here, and I'm going to teach the same way I did the last one, which is with our whole part whole coaching method. So I'm just going to be quiet for a second. I'm going to hit play and let you see the drill in its entirety. Okay, and she did a great job there, so I'm just going to pause it. A lot of things are similar to what she just did, where the chest or the field of vision is going to stay facing straight ahead, yet you're going to see a lot of rotation at the hips as they're going to face into the new direction that we're looking for her to move in. She covers a good amount of ground per stride. But here, though, we've obviously introduced a multi-directional element to it. We've got her retreating, which is very sport-specific. Very reactionary. This would simulate, an attacker coming and trying to change direction on her multiple times. Now, I will preface by saying, obviously, it does not happen that the player with the ball is going to change direction exactly 6 times with using the same amount of distance each and every time and always going left to right, left to right. So there is still some room to be had as far as making this drill even more sport-specific by making it more chaotic. However, the body awareness that the athlete gets from this drill really carries over to the field, and I'll show you why. Because here I'm going to start her moving. She gets into her athletic position. She's in her base position, right? Not too deep. She's not moving too fast yet. She's going to start to lean in the new direction. And so just like we did last time, we look at her chest is facing forward. She's turned the hips, and she's driving off that trail leg right there, just driving off it into the new direction. And now what we're going to have here is she knows she's got to back up, right? So she would just be reading the attacker, and the attacker's changing direction on her here. So instead of ending up in her base position, what she's going to do is she's almost going to kind of pivot on this leg right here. And I'm going to stop, pull out the drawing for a second, and you'll notice she's got this great angle from her foot through her center of mass, right? That's now starting to push her in the new direction. And again, that's all agility really is having the athlete comprehend where is their center of mass, where does their foot need to be in relation to it to push them in the direction they need to go efficiently and effectively. So we're seeing that here. She got that great angle. I'm going to clear that. And now she's going to pivot, and she's going to start to move back into another new direction here. And she continues to retreat, chest faces straight ahead, pushing off the outside of the trail leg, driving the knee through, and she comes over again and hits her crossover. This may look rather simple. I would implore you to try it. It is not easy at first. It is very coaching intensive to get the athlete to be able to really execute with precision, and Kylie does a wonderful job here. So now we've got a retreating crossover defensive drill. I showed you the whole part. Now I'm going to show you the whole again so you can kind of see it and gain speed. And so she's here, retreating through the cone. So I urge you, get your athletes to learn the crossover move, and then from there get them to do it in more complex situations. Ultimately, we would progress this into a chaotic environment where she would not know what direction she had to go into. She would have to react to some stimulus, either a player with a ball, a coach pointing, some type of external stimulus where she actually has to make a decision and nothing is pre-planned, so that there is the ultimate carryover, because that's ultimately what happens in the game of soccer.